Welcome to the 100th episode of the Going Long podcast, to the entire Going Long family. This is going to be super awesome. It was the most nerve-wracking conversation interview that I've had out of all the 100 episodes. You're going to find out why it was the most intense, the scariest when I was going into it episode ever. You know why? Because the two guests that were on today are two men, two little guys that have affected my life like no one ever has. I'm just gonna leave it there. Hopefully you'll continue to listen because this conversation was packed with so much goodness. And listen, after the conversation, also have a look back over the last 100 episodes, have some special moments. We're gonna highlight some things. I know you're gonna love it. I know we've taken a lot of time to really give you something that's gonna give you a really nice perspective over the last 100 episodes. And then we're gonna finish up with a nice little surprise. So make sure you stay around all the way to the very end of the conversation because it's going to be awesome. And before we even get started, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it, I just want to thank every single person, each and every person that is part of the Going Long family for everything that you continue to do, your continued support, the fact that you are sharing, you're bringing other like-minded individuals together, and also for leaving your honest reviews because we're working really hard to continue to improve the quality of the show so that you get every single thing that you need. So without further ado, let's jump into today's conversation because like I said, it was absolutely amazing. Make it a great day, everybody. Welcome to the 100th episode of the Going Long podcast, where we're back once again to continue to help educate you so that you feel comfortable as well as confident investing beyond your backyard. I'm your host, Billy Keels, and if you've ever wanted to know how to keep on pushing forward, even sometimes when it seems impossible, then today is the show and the conversation that you're going to want to listen to until the very last word. I promise. And today's conversation is going to be a little bit short. You'll figure it out really quickly why. Because today's guests not only are the two most important special little men in my life, they've also had the chance already to travel to 4 countries. They each speak 1, 2, 3 languages. They love reading books. They love sports, specifically basketball and soccer. And you know what? They still need some help every once in a while getting ready in the morning. And that's what their mommy will tell you. And I'll definitely tell you the same thing. And they're mommy's favorite little boys. These are my sons, Mr. and Mr. Mini Keels. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hi, Billy. Hi, Daddy.
How are
Thank you for getting us in your show.
you? Know what? I am super happy. And like I told you guys before, I'm like, this is really nervous. I'm very, very nervous because I've never had guests as amazing, as awesome as the two of you. So if I'm a little bit nervous, just help me just calm down, okay?
Okay.
All right. You guys do such a great job. You are wonderful. Fantastic. Hey, listen, guys, since you guys are normally, and you've been, as I'm doing the show all the time, you're here in the house and you're super quiet and you're so wonderful. And you guys don't always hear all the questions that I ask everybody. So I like to ask everybody the same questions. And I want to ask you guys the similar questions that I ask everybody else. Are you okay with me asking you the same type of questions?
But don't ask things about money because I cannot. I don't have to count the money, but.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Maybe your big brother can help you. So, guys, let's start with the big guy first. What is the most, what's the coolest thing that's happened to you over the last couple of days? Like maybe even the last 24 hours?
My soccer game yesterday afternoon that I won 5-2.
Oh, very cool. Yes. And you did score a goal. So that was very, very nice. So 5-2. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And what about the little guy? What was the most cool? What's the coolest thing that's happened to you over the last couple of days?
On 2 days ago, on Friday, I made my first basketball game and I won.
Yes, you did. And I was there and I saw your very first basket. It was awesome.
26-36.
26-36. Wow, this is really awesome. This is so cool. Okay, awesome. Listen, guys, normally what happens is I kind of talk a little bit about tell a little bit about your story. But first of all, before we even get started, I just want to say a big, huge thank you and send big hugs out to your mommy as well, because she's like, listen, why don't you guys, the 3 of you can talk about things and it'll be your 100th episode. So should we give a big hug and kiss to mommy? Can we do that and say, thank you, mommy?
Thank you, Mommy.
Thank you, Mommy. This is going to be a really cool conversation between all of us. So, and even though the little man said that we can't talk about money, I think we may do that once or twice. At least I'm sure the big brother is going to. So listen, guys, big guy, why don't you do me a favor? Tell us a little bit about what are the kind of things that you like to do every day?
I like doing sports. I like being with my friends and with the family. Eat. Because I like the food, even though I'm not fat.
Yes, you are definitely not. You like eating food. You like spending time with your friends, with your family. That's wonderful. Anything else you want to add?
Skate, maybe.
Oh, you like skating? Yeah, that's true. You do like skating. You're a very good skater as well. So, well, thank you for sharing that kind of stuff with us. What about the little guy? What about you? What kind of things do you like to do every day?
I like to be with my friends, being with the family, reading, and watching a series that Vision and that witch is called. And I like to making sports and skating, but just a little bit.
You like skating just a little bit, and you like doing sports, and you like being able to be with your friends and the family. And so that's really awesome. So, hey guys, I have a question for you. I want to know, what is your favorite food that mommy makes? And let's ask the little guy first. What is your very favorite food that mommy makes that you love whenever she makes it?
My favorite food is pasta carbonara.
Pasta carbonara. Wow. Mommy makes really great pasta carbonara, doesn't she?
Yes.
I think she does too. What about the big guy? What's your favorite food that mommy makes?
Pasta, macaroni.
Macaroni, pasta, which kind? Do you like any kind of specific toppings on it?
No, I like both of them.
You like both of them? I think you like it sometimes just plain with a little bit of oil on it, is what I've seen you eat a lot.
Butter.
Butter. Okay, butter. You prefer butter. Okay, perfect. And just a couple of questions in, guys. So I know that the little guy said he didn't want us to talk about money, but if it's okay, I know that you guys like this game called CashFlow for Kids.
Yes.
You do like CashFlow for Kids. So let's see. The big guy. What? How do I ask this question? What is the what do you like about CashFlow for Kids? What do you like playing?
It's like a way to you to be prepared for the future, like when you're big people like you or like mommy, to be ready to know how to spend money and save it.
Mm-hmm. Do you like when we can play together? Is it fun?
Yes.
It is kind of fun. I think so too. And even when your little brother is making kind of funny faces there, most people won't see him making funny faces, but me and you see him making funny faces. So you like the fact that we can talk about money and it's fun and you can be prepared for the future, which is pretty amazing. So let's ask the little guy, what is a salary?
A salary is what they pay you every month. I think that it was for your work.
They pay you every month for going to work, for your work. Wow, that's pretty amazing. You know, when I was your age, I had no idea what that was even about. I think that's very awesome that you already know what that is. The big guy, how do we know when you win the game in CashFlow for Kids?
When you have more passive income than expenses.
When you have more passive income than expenses. And what is passive income? What does that mean?
Passive income is money that you get.
Mm-hmm. And how do you get that money?
For not for working, but not for having jobs.
No, just come a little bit closer to the phone. So you said it's the money that you get for not working, but what kind of, like when you say it's not working, what kind of money? What are you doing to get that money?
You build business. You if you work in a company that's selling homes, for example, buying them and then make other people pay for the houses. Is for you. Like the thing that you do.
Like the thing that daddy does?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's a really good. So what the big guy said was, it's not the money that you get for going to work; it's the money that you get for buying other things, and like a rental house. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. And
Or real estate, business, and securities with some passive income.
can you say that again a little bit closer to the microphone? What is another example of passive income in the game?
That you can win passive income with securities, real estate, and business.
Ah, okay. So in the game, you can earn money by passive income through securities, through rental, real estate, and businesses. Wow, that's pretty amazing.
And
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, little guy. What do you want to say?
and two, when you get the sun card, sometimes they give you passive income.
Ah, the Sun card. Wow, they give you passive income sometimes. That's pretty interesting. And what about so I heard about what passive income was, and what are expenses? Little guy, go ahead. What are expenses? Give us an example.
Expenses is the money that you pay when now like you're when like taxes
Taxes.
yes.
Wow. Do you like taxes?
When you pay the light, your food, your water, your
Wow. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
no, I already finished.
So expenses are things like paying your taxes, your water, your food. That's pretty amazing. So it sounds like the big guy said you want to have more passive income. So you want to have more things like houses and securities and businesses like in the game, the cash flow for kids. And you want to have more of those for income than you have expenses like paying your taxes or water or food and things like that. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you think is your favorite part of playing the game?
Money.
Money. What about money? What can you do with the money when you earn it?
You can buy stuff to win passive income. Like the game doesn't have any sense with any money.
The game doesn't make any sense if you just keep having more money. So you can use the money to buy more passive income. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's pretty interesting, guys. I think I really like the fact that you guys are already aware of this kind of stuff. So many people that I know that are even big like me, some of them don't even know this. So I'm sure you're helping so many people today by just sharing your knowledge. What about when you go to? Can we talk about when you're at school?
Yes.
What's your favorite subject at school? Who wants to go first? All right, go ahead, little guy. You can go first.
My favorite subject is PE and English.
PE and English. So why are those your favorite?
Because and swimming and swim.
And swimming. Okay, perfect.
Because I like English because like we speak English. I like it, and I like PE because I like running and moving, and I like swimming pool because I move my body too.
Okay, perfect. So you like PE, phys ed, or physical education because you get to move your body and have a lot of fun, and you like English because you like being able to speak English with other people and have fun. That sounds really awesome. And what about the big guy? What's your favorite classes or your favorite class in school?
Math.
Math? Wow. Tell us a little bit more. Why math is your favorite subject?
Math is, I think math is okay because you use it more than 10 times your day. Days like this. Like for example, I don't know. If I have 3 apples and 2 fell in the floor and if they break, how many apples do I have? Or if I have this money and this costs this, how many money am I gonna get?
Oh, wow. So you actually like the way that math, you use it in real life. So like you said, if you have 3 apples and 2 of them fall, then you only have one. So you,
I don't like that example because I said it because it was the first thing that I had in my head.
okay. Well, even if you don't like the example, I think it's a really good way to show why you like math because you can use it like probably more than 10 times a day. You think?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think about when you grow up? What do you think you want to be? What do you think you want to do when you grow up and you're big like daddy? I see a hand over there and I think the little guy wants to go. Why don't you go ahead and go?
I would like to do your work like you're doing now. Keep on cash flow. If you let me. And if I was just a little bit younger, I would like being a basketball player. And a lot of things.
Well, you can do whatever you want. So you can and if you ever want to hang out with daddy, then you can always hang out with daddy at Keep on Cash Flow and all that other kind of stuff.
I cannot do all the things that I want.
You can do everything in the world that you want, my friend. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We'll talk about even more how you can go about doing that. So either that or be a basketball player. Okay. That sounds good. What about the big brother? What about you? What would you like to do when you grow up?
I would like to be an actor like Dwayne Johnson.
Wow. Like The Rock, an actor like Dwayne Johnson? Okay.
And maybe a soccer player.
Do you have a favorite soccer player now?
No.
No, not really. Okay. So if whatever you want to do, you can either be an actor, you can be a soccer player, you can do whatever you want in the world, which I think is very, very cool. Huh?
I would like to like follow your steps with Keep on Cash and with Keep on.
Okay. Wow. Well, that would be very cool. So we could all hang out and we can play numbers together and then maybe we can go and play basketball and then we can do like some sports and then we can talk about things. That may be pretty cool. Will you guys let me have the big chair or will I have to take one of the small chairs?
Big chair.
Oh, I get the big chair. Okay. Wow, that sounds very cool. So listen, guys, this has been very, very fun for me. And I'm glad that we get a chance to share with everybody that's in the Going Long family. And the thing is, you've taught us so much already today, just about the things that you like and all of the different foods that you like and what you want to be when you grow up. But before we go, there's a couple of other questions I have to ask you. But is there anything that you guys want to say to mommy? Because I think mommy's going to be listening to this sometime soon. What do you want to say to mommy?
That she got us in this video because we didn't know how to get in, and that she's a really good mother, and that I sent her a lot of kisses that I think that she's here at the other room. Mm-hmm. But I sent her some kisses and telling her that he had a good idea getting us like a guest in the video.
Okay, well, she had a great idea and having you guys here on the podcast is fantastic. And she did help us get all of this set up because without her, we wouldn't have been able to get this set up. So thank you for sharing that with mommy and you're sending her big hugs and kisses. What about you, big guy? What do you want to say to mommy?
Thank you for organizing all of this with you. Sure.
Wonderful. So thank you for organizing all of this and send her a big hug and kiss too.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So guys, listen, before we go, I have to ask you 2 questions. The number 1 question is, what is your favorite city in Europe?
My favorite city, it's the mini tiny kid that it's talking now. And my favorite city is La Coruña because I had a lot of fun there. And because it's a little bit strange because the ocean, the water, it goes going up and down at some moments of the day.
Oh, okay, perfect. So the Marea Alta and Marea Baja. So the La Coruña, I think there's going to be a couple of people that are going to be very happy that you say that that's your favorite city in Europe and you love the water, the way that it goes up and down. Perfect. Thank you very much, little Keels. What about big Keels? What is your favorite city in Europe?
Benefia.
Benefia, Venice. Wow. In Italy. So why is that your favorite city?
because there it's beautiful. See the water and mm, move to away to the other with the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's a pretty cool place because the food is there is super good. It's a it's a really nice place.
Okay, it's very nice. You can see the water. The food is very good, and it is a very nice place. It's a beautiful place, and we'll have to go back there again. So, thank you for that, guys. And then the last thing, because before we leave, we always like to help everybody feed our brains with food, and that means with books. And I know you guys love reading books. You're reading all day, all night, all afternoon. So we're gonna start with the big guy, and we're gonna ask you, what is the one book that you would recommend to the entire Going Long family that you loved a lot?
I have a lot of books.
But yeah, you have to just pick one. It can be whatever you want. Whatever you want to recommend to us.
I don't think this book is in English.
That's okay. You can it can be in whatever language you want. Just tell us.
Do I say the name in it in English or in Spanish?
What you can do whatever you want here. You're allowed to do in Spanish or in English or both.
And then in Spanish is El Joven Poe.
El Joven Poe, okay, and in English?
And there are like 8 books about it. And in English, it's Young Poe.
Young Poe, mm-hmm. Wow, so that is fantastic. I think from Edgar Allan Poe, I believe. Thank you very much for sharing. Is there something you want to say about that?
No.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much for sharing that.
Yeah.
And now,
it's a book that I like a lot because it makes you like it gives this sensation like you're living inside the book and you can see whatever is happening and stuff, even though there's any drawings or pictures.
wow, even with no pictures, it feels like you're inside of the book and you get all those feelings. That's amazing.
Yes.
I think that's very cool. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Appreciate that. And so we're going to ask Mini Keels, the littlest one of everybody, what his favorite book recommendation is. What book would you like to recommend, sir?
I like to recommend Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the books and I'm in book number 5, 893 pages, and I'm having a lot of fun. And when I'm finished, I'm gonna go to the 6th book, and I already recommended to some persons,
Mm-hmm.
but to some people.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope to finish this book a little bit faster because when I finish my Harry Potter, I'm gonna start reading another type of books that is from Percy Jackson.
From Percy Jackson. Wow. You know what? I think it's phenomenal. You and your big brother are reading so many books, and you just said you're reading Harry Potter book that's 839 pages. I think that's pretty amazing. Huh?
893 pages.
Oh, I'm so sorry. 893 pages. That's pretty awesome. You and your brother are just, you guys are great readers.
I'm in the 8th book, and each book has 200 pages.
Each book has 200 pages. Wow. I think you guys read books that are bigger and longer and thicker than me. So can I tell you guys something?
Yeah.
You guys make me the proudest, happiest daddy in the entire world. And listening and watching the two of you, especially listening to the two of you and all of the things that you have done and all of the wonderful experiences that you have already made, and just seeing you guys makes me so happy. And I am very, very glad that you guys decided to come and share some time with me, with your daddy, and the entire Going Long family, because they have also been able to learn from you. I'm sure they're going to be inspired by you. You talked about all of different sports that you like to do. You love reading books. You love being able to talk about and play CashFlow for Kids, where you talk about things like getting out of the rat race and having more passive income than expenses. And this is just really, really awesome, guys. So Daddy just wants to say thank you so very much. I really appreciate you guys spending some time with me. I love you very, 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 very much.
I love you too.
And thank you very much, guys. I love you very much. Hang on just one second, because I just want to say something to everybody that's listening to us, okay? Going Long family, I wanted to share my two special men, a conversation between the three of us with you. Hope that you have been inspired, that these little guys have already learned. They teach me so much every single day. and you get a chance to go out and inspire someone else that has young children and be able to help them and share today's episode with a couple people, I would definitely love you all to take a second to leave an honest review, write us, let us know what you think. I am definitely looking forward to welcoming you back on the very next conversation. And until then, I want you to go out and make it a very great day. And thank you very much. Going Long family, I really trust that you enjoyed that conversation. I love that conversation. My heart is just full. I'm super excited, like watching my little boys there, listening to them and sharing that experience with you is just fantastic. So listen, there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to have coming up soon. Some different changes, format on the show, some things that you've been asking for, a lot of your honest reviews that have been coming through. And as I mentioned to you before, I go through every single one of these honest reviews, and we're going to be adding some things and changing maybe some of the format a little bit, all with the goal of being able to bring you more value every single time, every single day, in every single way. So over the next couple of, I guess, weeks and months, you're going to be seeing some changes. You're going to notice some changes, and it's to be able to engage better with you, to be able to allow us to connect more frequently, and also to give you more of the type of content that you're actually looking for. Okay, listen, now we're going to take a look back at some of the most special moments that have happened over the past 100 episodes. Congratulations and thank you for joining us for the very first episode of the Going Long podcast. I'm your host, Billy Keels. Really just wanted to give you a quick overview. And today's guest is no other than Tyler Sheff.
Billy, I'm blown away that I get to be the first guest. This is really cool. It's a huge honor for me. So I'm pretty excited to be here today.
Well, I'm definitely excited. What do you see as some of the biggest reasons for people not to really move forward or not to get started in real estate?
Well, for one, I think there's this may sound crazy, but it seems like sometimes there's too many options out there. There are so many different types of investing strategies available. It's tough for most people to figure out which one to invest in. And what you'll find sometimes is that folks don't really reflect too much on that. They don't develop that investor identity.
And I'm really excited to have this conversation today with my good buddy, Matthew Baltzell, AKA Matty B. Matty B, what's up, man?
What's up, Billy? Thank you for having me, man. I love that intro. The intros are tough sometimes, right? You're like, I gotta get it out.
Here we go.
Get to that combo. No, you did good, man. I love it. I'm glad I'm here.
Well, thank you very much. What are some of the major milestones that have happened? Some of the decisions that you made, which also led to you being in Chiang Mai. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah. Chiang
Mai. Okay.
Yeah. So to give you a quick rundown, so how I wound up here.
He's also a financial strategist and the co-host of the Real Estate Guys. Welcome to today's show, Mr. Russell Gray. Russ, welcome to the show.
Hey, Billy, thanks for having me.
I am really looking forward to today's conversation. I know there's going to be thinking about the bonds and dollars, and they're not really the same safe havens that they used to be.
Yeah, well, I think the first thing, the most important financial concept I think people have to understand is that bond prices, the value of a bond, is inversely correlated to its yield. Now, understanding that, if you realize that the world is full, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of bonds and derivatives, if interest rates were to go up, it would be an absolute train wreck. So that's a lot of cash that has to come into the system to purchase those bonds and bid them up. But if nobody's buying, who wants to buy a negative yield bond? Well, nobody. So who's going to buy them? The central banks. How do the central banks buy them? They print money out of thin air. When you print money out of thin air, what does that do to the value of the currency? It dilutes it. That's called inflation. So it's a double whammy. I mean, prices going up, wages not going up. It's all created because of a faulty system, and we're in the end game. This thing has to reset. It has to, just like it did in 71, just like it did in 44. So we're living in very interesting times. I don't know what the reset's going to look like, but it has to happen.
The reset is going to happen. Welcome to the show, Monique Holm. Monique, welcome to the show.
My pleasure.
This is really a lot of fun for me, having met you.
And the next thing he said was, oh, and you can buy that fourplex by yourself, but you're limited to your own capital and credit. I said, alternatively, you could bring a group of investors together and you could buy a 100 or 200 unit apartment building. Like mine was blown. I was like, what? That was
right. Hang on a second. Stop. Let's see. Say it again.
I was like, I want to do that. I was so excited.
He's an asset manager with assets approximately 350 million under management. He's also the best-selling author of The 7 Secrets of Eternal Wealth. Want to welcome to the show, Dr. Buck Joffrey. Buck, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you, Billy?
I am doing very well and so looking forward to this conversation, my friend. We talked about high-paid professionals looking for this formula for wealth, right? Mm-hmm. And so can you talk us through what exactly is the wealth formula, Buck?
Well, it's actually a pretty easy formula, like Newtonian physics, mass times velocity, right? Anyway, so wealth is equal to mass times velocity times leverage. The way to create wealth quickly and efficiently is using 3 variables. One is mass, means you actually have to invest some money. That takes us to velocity. Velocity is how quickly you get your initial capital back in your pocket. So that's the critical piece. It's about how quickly you can move things. It's not just about what the yield is, but how quickly you can move things. The last piece of it is leverage, because leverage is going to be the key to creating velocity in many cases. If you can refinance something, it's because of leverage, and get your money out of a deal and completely de-risk an opportunity. Leverage allows you to do that in real estate.
She's the founder and CEO of MQ Ventures LLC, and she's on a mission to educate and share investment opportunities with successful, high-earning professionals. I want to welcome to today's show, Holly Williams. Holly, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's great to be here. Thank you, Billy.
Hey, Holly, I love your energy. This is going to be awesome. Let's dig in on this one a little bit. Like the whole concept of passive income versus passive investing.
So I don't believe there's no passive income.
Agreed. Agreed.
You have to either work at the property or whatever it is you're doing, or you have to have made the money somehow to invest. And so there is no such thing as passive income.
Prior to our guest, prior to winning 3 Olympic gold medals as an assistant director for Team USA basketball, he's also an alum of Villanova University. I want to welcome to today's show, Mr. BJ Johnson. BJ, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, Billy. Super excited to be joining in with you. Look forward to this conversation.
Me too, man. My heart is happy already.
That's been really critical, just in terms of transferring those lessons from the basketball court to actually real life in business and other things like that. So yeah, to me, there's nothing greater than when you have an opportunity to achieve something with a group of people. It's one thing to achieve it by yourself and individually, but when you work together with a group of people and you all see it come together and recognize that you have a piece in that success, that is the absolute greatest feeling.
And she's also the founder of Rebel Rock Wealth. I'd like to welcome to today's show, Leslie Batson. Leslie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Billy. Glad to be here.
Hey, you know what? I am super excited that you're here and actually got...
Look at how banks make money. You deposit $1,000 into the bank and they say, thank you for letting us hold your money. In return, we're going to give you 0.1%, or let's just say 1% interest in return. And you say, thanks for the 1%. But then they turn right around and they say, oh, would you like this credit card at 15%? They leverage your money to sell or basically to create other products. So that is like an exponential return on money, right? And so we're basically saying you can do this yourself. I don't know, you want to purchase a home or make an investment. Let's just say you want to make an investment.
If I want to buy a car.
Okay, yeah. So let's say you want to buy a car. So what you could do is basically borrow the money from your policy, use that to essentially, buy the car outright with cash, and then you start paying yourself back. And you borrowed it at 4.4%, but you'd pay yourself back at 6 or 8. So not only are you paying back the loan, but you're also stuffing more money into your cash value.
So I want to welcome to today's show, Lindsay Maringer and Amanda Schneider. Welcome to the show.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So we had a lot of fun, by the way, when we were just getting things started. So I'm super excited for today's conversation. And I think we were working on the camera angles, everyone. So if you're listening or running on the treadmill, make sure that you stop and see the video version of this, because we think we have the video angles down perfectly.
You're super attractive, so.
Yeah, that works.
Exactly. I mean, 2 amazingly attractive people. So you definitely need to watch the video version here. And they let me hang out with them, which is kind of cool.
I like it.
So So listen.
I'm kind of more the deal finder, looking for opportunities, and also the one that kind of figures out and controls our finances and just determines what we can afford, et cetera, et cetera. Don't
give me the money.
Yeah. So then, once we
you'll end up in Vegas or somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Listen to this. Even in 2020, acquired over 300 units and about an additional $20 million worth of assets under management. Yes, I did say that during 2020. He's currently on active duty. I'd like to welcome to the show, Anthony Pinto. Anthony, welcome to the show, man.
Billy, thanks for having me. That was a tremendous intro. I don't have any experience in this. I've never done this before. I don't know how to do this. I'm not an expert in this. And the limiting beliefs that we tell ourselves in our head that ultimately are not true. I think there are things that were stopping me at first from really digging deep into it. It's like, who am I to ask an investor for capital, right? And that's actually not a good way to put it. You're providing an opportunity. You're not asking for capital. You're providing an opportunity. But who am I to talk to this individual with some sort of authority, right? Who am I to, take down these properties, right? And, to that, I would say, who was Jeff Bezos to start Amazon 30 years ago? Who was Elon Musk to do everything that he's done with Tesla and with SpaceX? I mean, everyone who's ever been, successful and is successful started from nothing.
That was awesome. Thank you very much. Anytime you need me, just reach out. You know how to do it. We make it pretty easy. Check out the show notes, and really looking forward to the next 100 episodes of the Going Long podcast. And to wrap up this special episode, we have a really wonderful treat for you. We're going to leave you with the full-length version of the song that you hear every single time with the Going Long podcast, which is Freedom by Matthew Q. Enjoy it.
Every day just to pay bills and die. I need freedom. Feeling like a caged bird. I wanna spread my wings and fly. That freedom. So my girl pack the bags, man. We about to catch a cab. Man, we need freedom. Oh man, we could all use a little bit of freedom. Alarm going off. Yeah, it's time to wake up. I miss a day of work. They say I gotta make up. Sitting at work and I'm really trying to stay up. I wanna walk out, but I'm trying to get my cake up. Thinking to myself, man, this can't be life. Looking at my check like this can't be right. Boss looking at me like you can't be mad. I say you trying to play me like I can't do math. Man, hop in my whip and it's falling apart. Baby mama tripping, it's hard when we talk. I feel like a whip if I don't follow my heart. I need a spaceship and dip and fly away with my thoughts. And land on the sun, take a trip to the moon. And all my stupid problems burn up in the fumes. But back to reality, I'm mad, I'm waiting. Miss the days when I was a kid with imagination. I want freedom. I don't wanna work every day just to pay bills and die. I need freedom. Feeling like a caged bird. I wanna spread my wings and fly. That freedom. So my girl pack the bags, man. We about to catch a cab. Man, we need freedom. Oh man, we could all use a little bit of freedom. It's something you can play in your car right now. I know time's looking real hard right now. And trying to live right, going wrong right now. But turn the music up, this your song right now. And keep adding stuff to your job description. Why was I born here? That's your mom's decision. But I'm trying to make her proud, that's how I be living. Guess we gotta make the most with the times we given. And this to the homies doing time, we need them to open up themselves, let them find their freedom. Independence for self, what I be feeling. I want my girl to stay, but she probably leaving. Cause you can't really deal with the stress no more. And I ain't even really feeling blessed no more. New year, new me, man, I'm tired of the phrase. But I'm about to get free and get out of this cage, yeah. I need a change. Break these shackles, I'ma keep the chain. Can't wait till the day I say keep the change. And that'll be the day I'm free from pain. Yeah, I need a change. Break these shackles, I'ma keep the chain. Can't wait till the day I say keep the change. And that'll be the day I'm free from pain. Put them up right now. Put them up right now. Put your hands in the sky. Put them up right now. Put them up right now. Said I gotta be free, I just gotta be me. I wanna be free, I just gotta be me. I wanna be free, I just gotta be me. I want to be free. I don't wanna work every day just to pay bills and die. I need freedom. Man, feeling like a caged bird. I wanna spread my wings and fly. That